We could all use a laugh right now, and NBC is bringing it with their new show, Mr. Mayor, where Ted Danson plays a businessman turned LA mayor who is shaking up the city along with his veteran deputy, played by Holly Hunter. Take a look.
I never thought I'd be standing here. This time last year, I was sitting around the pool reading World War II books. I was quarantining before it was cool.
Hi-yo! Too soon, maybe.
Why would your character say that everybody needs to watch Mr. Mayor?
Oh boy, now see, you're asking me to act without paying me. And I'm afraid I just can't act unless there's money on the table. Partly what my character might say.
$1 in my bag.
Well, here, I'll tell you what it is, because my character and me are in a similar place. I may be 73. I may be very white. I may be rich, but I'm still in the game and I'm going to prove it to you. And that's kind of what my character did, although he's trying to prove it to his teenage daughter. And then I bump into Holly's character, who just, cleans my clock.
My character is just kind of in love with the state of California and in love with the city of Los Angeles. Has real big ideas for resolution and has no problem with conflict. I think her appetite runs very large.
I'm curious for you guys if it changes the way that you look at things, like, when you're watching news pressers and even just observing people.
You know what? I don't know if I'd really thought about that, but just listening to you and Holly right now, the in front of the camera, this moment is, we're trying to demonstrate something to you. And that's kind of what you see in politics and news. It's all this is what we want you to think about us. So our show kind of goes behind the curtain and you constantly see what idiots we are and how human and silly and, what motivates us is not necessarily noble all the time.
I do have a very controversial question to ask you both. The pizza. We see the way politicians eat their pizza. Here in New York, we've seen the fork and the knife, and people are they get very upset. So how do you both eat a slice of pizza?
God, it's so rare because I'm one of those idiot California people that eat only gluten-free and no dairy. So eating a pizza is like this distant dream in my head. But I'm definitely, you pick it up, you put that middle finger down so it kind of, it curves up like this, and then you sideways, you get a little folded piece of pizza in there.
You fold it, but you don't really fold it. It's not a structured fold. And then you shove it. You just shove it. It's like that.
Can you also just tell us some of the antics that we're going to see play out in this season?
You have to throw in the rest of the cast because they're astounding. Bobby Moynihan walks through into any scene and you're just ready to laugh. My daughter forces me to be, is constantly revealing what an idiot I am, played by Kyla Kennedy. Mike Caballan and Bella Lavelle are like the chorus of naysayers who know that the mayor and Arpy, are, going to blow up, self-destruct somewhere down the line.
I think that every script that we read, as Ted has said before, is just surprising. Every script is like a revelation, because the writer's room, there are so many incredible writers that Tina and Robert attract.
I do just want to end on one last question. So we see in episode 1, Ted, why your character gets into politics, and it's because of his daughter. So I'm just curious for you both, what was that reason why you guys got into your profession, why you got into acting?
I literally was at Stanford University. I went into an audition by mistake, did something, and a light bulb went off. I drove my car to the back of the theater and slept in my car and never left. It was like I was struck by this gypsy-like community I wanted to join. I was just head over heels.
For me too, it was about a community that I just recognized, both the community of actors, but also the community between the actors and the audience. I don't know, it just kind of felt like home.
I know where I will be every Thursday night. Thank you both so much. This was a pleasure.
Thank you.
Pleasure for us too. Thank you.